Speaking of Chris Buescher, every time Brad is near the front, Chris is closer to the front, it seems like, and edges him out to get the win. But yesterday, it was a late race tete-a-tete between Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher that helped Keselowski secure the victory. Here's Buescher and Reddick chatting, shouting after the race.
Sorry, I f***ed up. I f***ed up.
That doesn't work for me. We don't have that sticker on our door right now. Need to be better. I don't have that sticker on my door. This means more. I need you to be better. We've raced each other just fine for so long.
I know.
Little confrontation there down on the pit lane between Chris Buescher and Tyler Reddick. Alexis, illuminate those that may not understand what Buescher is saying when he says, I don't have that sticker.
He doesn't have a win. So in NASCAR, he doesn't have the dub. That's right. He doesn't have it. In NASCAR's top 3 series and probably even in the lower series, to be honest, when you get a win, you get a sticker on your driver's side door that shows your team and everybody that you are a winner for that season. Tyler Reddick has that sticker. Chris Buescher does not. And so because of that, I feel like, Chris Buescher felt that he should have been raced differently. I kind of take exception with that. I don't think that Tyler Reddick should race Chris Buescher or anybody any differently or have to sit in his head and calculate, do they have a win on this season? Maybe I shouldn't go all out to get the second win of my season. I just don't feel like that's the way that should go. I do understand where Chris was upset with the fact that it was a mistake. It was a miscalculation by Tyler, the way he kind of dive bombed and tried to do the slide job, and it just didn't work. But I don't think that he should have to take into account who has a win and who doesn't have a win. I don't personally think that's the way it should go.
Brad Gillie, your thoughts on that?
I'm right there with Alexis. Look, NASCAR racing is a full contact sport. These cars have fenders and quarter panels and bumpers and all of that. We want to see that action on the racetrack. I don't disagree with Chris Buescher being mad, but again, whether or not he has a win is irrelevant to Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick going for his own win. Now, I do feel Tyler Reddick made that move too early. You can go back and look at a race where Tyler Reddick was wiped out at the Bristol Dirt Race by Chase Briscoe. That was going for the checkered flag. And back then, we thought that was too much. Tyler Reddick made his move with 10 laps to go. And if you listen to some of Brad Keselowski's post-race, he said, I could see them racing. I could see that Chris had been wearing out his stuff a little more. And I still thought maybe I had a chance. I was coming to them. I think if Tyler Reddick would have exercised a little bit of patience, he might have had a chance to legitimately get side by side with Chris Buescher and cleanly race him for the win. I don't feel that the move Tyler Reddick made was clean, and I thought it was too far away from the checkered flag to just send it on into a corner way further than you could possibly send it throughout the entire rest of the race and hope that it would stick. That was, that goes back to Doug Rice's hope is not a plan. I don't disagree with making an aggressive move. I think Tyler just made it way too early.
And I think he thinks that too now. Hindsight's 2020.
Point.
When he had that conversation with Chris on pit road, he didn't try to say, it was the arrow, it was this, it was that. He said, yeah, I'm sorry. I messed up. Like immediately he said, I'm sorry, my fault, I messed up. And you could even tell in his post-race interview that he did with Fox, it almost seemed to me like he was emotional. Like he knew that what he did took not only himself, but another competitor out. And he felt bad for that. But I also don't think before he made that move, he did it with the intention of wrecking anybody. So, mistakes happen. You're literally on the edge all the time. And especially when you get down to, within an arm's reach of that checkered flag. So I agree with Brad. Probably was a few laps too early, but at the time, he felt like it was the right thing to do. And afterwards, he knew that it wasn't.
I went back and looked at the video of the late race crash last year. Same racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there were more people at it this year than there were last year for the Goodyear 400. You can see that clearly in the aerial view. Brad, is this a lot different than what happened between Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson?
Ross Chastain pretty much got his wings clipped after what happened in the race last year. And, they were like Cliff Daniels, 3 races, Eric Warden, talking about Chevrolet's the man in charge of competition, and he was mad at Ross Chastain. Or you can go back a couple of years ago with Joey Logano and William Byron, same kind of situation. Joey felt like he got raced dirty early by William Byron, and when it came down to the end, he pulled no stops and, nudged him up into the wall and ended up going to victory lane. look, again, it's a full contact sport, but no, I don't know that it is much different than what happened last year. It's just that Tyler Reddick really does have a great reputation as a clean driver, even though there was no way he was going to make that move stick. He's got a reputation, and I think that goes a long way in all of us feeling like he's very sincere in his comments at the end of the race that he messed up.
The only thing that was different was the players.
Yeah.
And the perception of that changes how people how people view them.
Had that been Ross Chastain playing the role of Tyler Reddick yesterday, the howl and the gnashing of teeth would be still going on.
Most likely.
Reddick gets a little bit of a pass because he doesn't have that rep. At least that's the way I look at it. Because I looked at him, the crashes are almost identical. Mm-hmm. You know, two guys going low, trying to be over-aggressive late in the race, and somebody pays the price. Just, I find that very interesting, but Chris Buescher will make the playoffs. Even if he doesn't win a race, I think that they will be representative. And now Brad Keselowski knows he's safely in with a win.